everyone. West and Aaron, excited to see you all. And this is your weekly Preneed Pro Tip. This week we will be covering our circle of compelling visits. I'm going to let West explain a little bit about that.
All right, so when you're meeting with the family, you can kind of play a game when you're selling, right? Let's just figure that you're on a point system and you're trying to get to 100 points. Okay, when we talk about the benefits of pre-planning, we can tell people, well, go ahead and take care of your arrangements to remove this burden from your kids. You'll have peace of mind. You can make these decisions together. But each time you make a statement telling them why they should pre-plan, you become a salesperson. So instead of doing that and only getting maybe 1 point each time you make a statement or talk about the benefits of pre-planning, what about asking a question instead to get them to say what you would like for them to say, almost giving you your presentation back? So an example might be something like, how might taking care of these arrangements in advance benefit your children? Asking a question, and then they of course might say, well, they're not going to make these decisions, they're going to be sad, they're going to be able to do them without not having problems and not getting along with their siblings. So instead of telling them, take care of this, remove this burden from your kids, you would ask a question instead. Each time you do it that way, you get 10 points. So if your goal is to get to 100 points, you can get there much faster by asking a powerful, open-ended question instead of just making a statement about the benefits of pre-planning. What do you think about that, Aaron?
Yep, I love it. We want to share with you today 3 of our favorite and most powerful questions to ask families. This is generally done after the initial warm-up, so there's some trust built, but we're starting to really get into what's important to the family. So we'll role play just a few of those questions. So West, do you mind me asking, have you ever taken the time to talk about what you would want for your own arrangement planning?
You know, we really haven't talked about it that much, but probably, you know, if one of us passed away, I'd probably be buried in the cemetery close to our house and maybe have a service at my church.
Great. The good thing about this question, there's no right or wrong. We're just trying to get a gauge for where they are, have they ever thought about it or talked about it. Second question, Wes, do you mind me asking, have you ever had to make arrangements for a loved one?
You know, I've never been directly involved with making arrangements before. I remember years ago when my grandfather passed away, I was a little bit involved with that process, more just kind of like a pallbearer, but that's as involved as I've ever been at making funeral arrangements before.
Okay, great. Again, no right or wrong answer. With that, you'd want to have a couple follow-up questions. But our third question, and this might be one of the most powerful questions to ask, is, West, if heaven forbid something had happened to you yesterday, who would be in meeting with our funeral directors today?
Oh my goodness. Well, let's see. If something happened to me, it would be my wife, and definitely all my kids would be there too.
Okay. So how many kids do you have?
I've got 5 kids.
Okay. And do you mind sharing with me a little bit? How do you think that experience would be for them?
Oh my goodness. I don't think they'd have any idea what they're doing.
Okay.
Because one lives in Florida, one lives in St. George here in Utah. They're all scattered out, they're different ages, they're in different financial situations, so yeah, they probably wouldn't have any idea what to do.
Yeah, well, and that's what we hear most often, so I'm guessing that's sort of what brought you in today. How do you think preparing and planning in advance, like we're talking about today, would help them on that day?
Oh my goodness. Well, obviously it would help them not have to pay for things, because that would be, I was heard the funerals are expensive.
Sure.
And they probably, again, don't really know what we'd want. So I think by probably, making some of these decisions, it would make it so they wouldn't have to make like different ideas and guesses on what we'd actually need.
You're exactly right, and that's what we'll cover today. So instead of us telling them what the problem is or creating that for them, he's now told me in his own words what's important to them. The good news is we will answer all of those and provide solutions that are comfortable to him and his wife if he's there with a partner. So great job, Wes.
Absolutely.
Yep, hopefully that helps. Think of your own questions that are helpful to you, and hope you all have a fabulous week.
All right, thanks everybody.
Bye.
Bye.